I don't think surfers eat shark because then the shark's gonna eat you. Hey, I'm Kolohe Andino and this is the breakdown. This is Point Break. My dad's actually in this movie at the beginning where there's kind of ripping and thrashing around. It's like a lot of close-up water clips, and that's my dad and Matt Archibald. They actually drove up there together for the casting part. He has a little like kind of, I guess, cameo where he's supposedly smoking weed under the towel. Hey. I think it's a classic for everyone, but it's just a funny classic for my family.
Stop here.
That would not be how you lay your surfboard down. You're supposed to treat it very nicely and like love on it, so you don't just like throw it down, because what if there's some like rocks there and stuff and then it just gets all dung up and then you can't even surf it. If there's like a ding in it, then the water gets in it and then the foam inside of the glass will kind of absorb the water and the board will change weight. A lot of boards have like carbon in different places too to make them like extra strong, because percentages of them breaking are higher in different parts of the board. Like for me, I break my boards a lot in the last third, so there's kind of some carbon around the rails and stuff.
Pop! Pop! You stand straight up, you're just gonna fall right over. So let's try it again. Start over, just do it again.
He's kind of got it wired, I think. He's got the pop-up quick, his stance looks nice and wide, so it'll be hard for him to fall. So she's kind of lying right there, but yeah, and then he's got his arms in front, like kind of like a little bit of a style, so yeah, he's ripping.
Hey, what you doing? Huh?
Just do it again, pop up. You gotta stay low, you're gonna bite it.
Surfers are just a bunch of bullies, right? So, kind of, if you're doing that in the wrong place, someone will be like, yeah, bro, you're ripping, like, just the way it is. I've heard a lot of people actually say that, yeah, I tried to surf, but then once I got in the water, everyone was just so mean that I just quit, so. You know, there's definitely places to learn to surf, and if you're learning to surf at a place that's like localized or not to learn to surf, you're kind of like, hey man, like, if you get in someone's way, you run someone over or something, like, and it can be bad. So there is a little bit of sense into it. Like I said, if you just kind of know the spots to go to learn how to surf, then you'll be fine, because there'll be a bunch of people like you there. Nice, turtle shell. So you kind of like flip over, and like a turtle has a shell, you kind of hide under your board. Someone that doesn't know how to duck dive, which is when you like push your board and your knee under the wave, that would be like a perfect maneuver. Yeah, but it doesn't look like he's doing it very smoothly, because his foot's kind of, you're supposed to kind of hide under the wave, and then the wave will kind of go up and pass you by, and then you continue to paddle out. Yeah, this looks like afternoon, really good time to surf. You can't beat offshore conditions in the afternoon, because it's like a big rarity. Early in the morning when it's cold, the wind blows from the shore to the water, which makes offshore, it cleans up the lines of the wave. Once the land heats up, the wind switches and it goes onshore. I'm guessing that is actually Keanu Reeves, because it just looks like some dude trying to learn how to surf, and yeah, that's for sure him. Let's go back. He did go to his knee, a little bit of a safety thing, because the pop-up is kind of, you gotta be in control of your board, and you're not necessarily touching your board the whole time, so you're just kind of like, psh. Even like really, really top pro level surfers never really get the pop-up thing like perfect. If you look closely, their knee will drag or touch the board, or something will happen with their knee. So yeah, it's a normal thing. Looks like they're so in love. What about that spray? Reggae flames? It's a little bit both sides. The last time I watched this movie, I was like, reggae flames, that's insane. Like, two worlds colliding. I should do that. That was, I guess, perfect scenario where he kind of just faded out the back. Yeah, it's funny, because surfing has so many different things. Like, you gotta paddle out, you got this and that, and then you're finally riding the wave, and then you're like, wait, how do I get off my board? I'm gonna hit the sand, or I'm gonna hit a cliff. So yeah, you gotta learn how to end your wave too. What did she say?
You were surfing.
Oh, wow. What a moment. You could get to his level in a day, for sure, if you're like somewhat coordinated and paying attention. If like I took you out to like the right place with the right board and stuff, and I pushed you in, I did everything, and there's no waves, like big waves breaking when we were getting out to the lineup, like the board's so big, it almost feels like you're just standing up on the ground. You could learn how to surf better than him probably in a day. Blue Crush. I guess it's like a classic, kind of like funny, you know, in a weird surfing way. Let me pause it here. One of the things that seem realistic is like when you're competing and the waves are big, the people on the beach are yelling like, go, go, go. Like, yeah, that was super realistic.
Sets her rail, makes the drop textbook. Oh, it's setting up perfectly. Look at that beautiful wave.
Oh, it's pretty nicely edited, huh? Kind of looks real. I'll rewind this here. Actually, the paddling, everything looked real because a real pro surfer did it. It was just one part where they flipped to her face and it actually looked like she was goofy foot on the wave and she's been regular the whole time. So like right here, she has her back to the wave, the whole clip, and then the one clip, she has her face to the wave. So it's kind of like backwards. Oh, this is Pipeline actually. It'll be on the North Shore of Oahu. This is actually where the world title's decided every year. It's the last event of the year. A day like that would be looking for a wave that's gonna tube, positioning yourself to get deep enough in the tube to where you disappear, but also come out. It's a fine line. Oh, she falls. I thought she made that. So that's realistic too, because when she pulled in and you're looking into the barrel, she was way too deep, like because we call it the tube monster. It's funny because we have all these weird little things we say, but the tube monster ate her up because she was way too deep. You know when the wave breaks and then inside here there's like foam and it's kind of like a ball? Sometimes you could ride over that in the barrel and kind of come out. But if the foam ball's too big, then that's when it becomes the tube monster and then it eats you. I don't remember this part. What happens there is like every surfer's nightmare because it could be like 2 feet deep, and if your leash gets wrapped around the reef, you could be like this far away from the surface and you can't get up. Because the water's like rushing like up like this, you're stuck to the bottom. And you can't like, when you get to your leash, there's only like, it's like that big where your leash kind of sticks up for like a quick release or like a last chance thing. People have died like that a lot, even in small surf. Oh, you go back right there? Go to where it showed her leash, right there. See that like yellow thing right there? That would be your like last chance to grab and pull.
Come on, Anne-Marie, come on.
Oh, she got the thing. Ooh. Does not look fun. That's what happens. It's like you ride one, you eat it, you get pounded on that wave, and then you get 3 or 4 more right after. So that sucks. When you're thinking about paddling out that day, you're like, oh, I really hope I don't get caught inside. You could tell that one, like, it's just her head right there, and the thing just like boom right on her head. Yeah, that's eggy, we would say. Up next, Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Don't try to surf. Don't do it. The less you do, the more you do. Let's see it pop up. Pop it up.
Oh no.
That's not it at all.
He set up parallel stance. So if you're parallel, then your weight is like kind of from rail to rail. It's very like sensitive. So if you go, the board will just tip and fall. Whereas if you're like that, I guess your weight is uneven, then it's not gonna like really matter at all. So yeah, you don't want to be parallel stance. What he actually said was like, do less or don't think. His like motto is actually pretty spot on with surfing because it's almost like the harder you try, the worse you are.
Remember, don't do anything. Nothing. Pop up.
That's pretty good. The best way I could describe it is like doing a burpee, but without the jump. So you kind of just could jump up, I don't know. The first time he did it actually was pretty good, but he just stood a parallel stance.
No, you gotta do more than that. Just do it. Feel it. Pop up. Yeah, that wasn't quite it, but we're gonna figure it out there. Let's go surfing. Come on. Everybody's learning how.
In all seriousness, how good of a feature is Paul right here?
It's pretty good, I think.
You think so?
He kind of nails it, yeah. It's not bad. It's kind of 2 different sports too, where you have to paddle out to the lineup. I know this from teaching my wife how to surf. Paddling out, just getting out to the lineup is like a whole thing. Once you get out there, there's like the waves breaking and they're like scared of sharks and they're cold and like the wind, and then like you're not in a wave pool, so waves are just kind of breaking everywhere. It's tough, so the less you think, the more fun you'll have, and that's kind of what it's all about, right? Shallows. The shallows.
You know anything about it?
Sharks? I think it's sharks. For whatever reason, there's like a lot of really good waves around the world where there is a lot of sharks. That's wrong. You don't carry your board like that. She has a strap on it. It's like playing the guitar or something.
You just like hold it up.
You hold it like that, yeah. And you don't wear shoes at the beach. It's bad. About 3 seconds in. Oh. Nice. Let's talk about this session here. It's pretty realistic. She got FCS too. I ride the same thing. But I was tripping how much sunscreen she had. I was like,
What is she doing with the board?
waxing her board. Without wax, your board is like really slick, which you want on the bottom of your board, so like it goes over the ocean really fast. But the top of your board, you want it like gooey and grippy, kind of like grip tape on a skateboard. She kind of had a good look in her eye. She was like really excited, so she's pulling it off. It looks like she's maybe in Australia or something like that. Let's talk about this frame here. Yeah, that's better. As long as you know there's not rocks in the sand that you can't see, you just shove it in the sand, so only like this much of your board is in the sand actually, and it'll stick up. But it was sunny out this day, so having her wax up would be actually bad because the sun will melt your wax and then chemicals like separate and then your wax just sucks and you slip off and blow your MCL out. Oh, it changed. See that? Now it is fins up. They messed up. Where she's at looks like it would be a warm place, so that looks like the correct wetsuit choice for sure. But she didn't zip it all the way. She went for the like cleavage zip, which is something I don't think women do. Because then water just gets in and like the water will just expand and then you'll feel sluggish. That's a good wave. That gets me excited. That's a nice wave right there. There's no one around and this is like perfectly offshore with it like barreling. Good spot. I want to know where. I want to go there. Oh, it was a duck dive. I'll rewind this here. You duck dive every session. If your board's small enough, you can push it down into the water just like a foot. You can get where the wave's not as powerful underneath the water. Like you saw her, like kind of the waves going over her. And then you pop up like she is right there. Let me jump ahead. Oh, that's funny. She looks like an alien. It's like, they're like, wait, what? This is Gidget. I've never seen it. Oh, whoa. That's a green screen. Well, I don't even know what the guy is wearing. It looks like a skirt or something, and then I don't even know what that is with a hat. So that's pretty rare. You see guys with hats, and then I don't know what the 50s bikinis look like or whatever, but that looks kind of weird too. Looks like it could drown you, like get tangled up. You could tell that those boards are old. I mean, look at the distance between the back of the fin to the tail. It was like right there. Now there's like a big gap. So definitely old equipment. They're riding single fins is like single, and then there's twin fins, which is 2. There's thruster, which is 3, and then there's a quad. If you have this one fin, it's kind of slides side to side, but you can go straight kind of good. And if you have 2, it goes side to side really good and can go on a rail really good, but then you don't have that back fin to stabilize you. And then 3 is both those worlds combined. You get the stability of the single fin, but then you get the control of the twin fin. Whereas a quad is very fast because there's no back fin. They call it like the new school twin fin. So it'd be like 2 and 2 would be a quad with no single fin. You still do have a little bit more control than just a twin fin. You can kind of ride whatever you want, really, as long as it floats and goes. A lot of like older men ride quads because they just like want to go really fast and like not really turn that much, kind of like almost being on train tracks. Whereas like someone who's nostalgic will ride like an old log that kind of looks like one of these boards. And like someone who really likes the 80s will ride a twin fin. And someone who wants to surf as good as they possibly can will ride a thruster. So that's why I ride them. Up next, Big Wednesday.
It's gonna be a real hooter tonight. Scored a cake for your party, man. Woo.
I don't know about any damn party, Waxer.
Oh, come on, Barlow. Summer's almost over. Let's get radical.
Surfers generally think that Hollywood like messes up surfing a lot, you know, but then I was thinking about it, I was like, maybe surfers just think that and we actually are like that a lot. I don't say radical a lot, but I say rad a lot, at least every day. And it's funny because like that scenery right there, just like hanging out, like the guys just all like rad with the chick like massaging him, and like the boys around talking about the party. Like when I was younger and single or whatever, like we did that every day. To use it, radical dudes just like hanging at the beach. So like I said, I think Hollywood sometimes kind of nails us. It looks like they're just trying to capture that whole like 50s Malibu scene. Like in the 50s, there was no shortboards, it was just all longboards. Longboard surfing is like supposed to be traditional and I guess historic in a way. So people who ride longboards would surf that way even nowadays. But people who rode longboards in the 50s, that's the only way they knew how to surf. That would be considered like a really good surfer in the 50s. If you're a longboarder, nose riding is like one of the big maneuvers you could do. He's not nose riding, but he's kind of up on it, but I guess halfway there. I guess though, like that particular maneuver right there on a longboard being in between the nose and the tail, kind of dorky maybe. It's kind of bending at the waist too, which is not good style. Nose riding, it's kind of, I guess it is fun, but it's, I don't know, it's been a maneuver in surfing, I think, forever. Like hanging 10, it's really hard to do. Like the whole board, I guess I'll use the remote. Like the whole board being like this, and there's only one fin back there, and you're up here, like riding the nose with your toes on the nose. So like half of your foot's dangling off the front, and the fin just touching the water enough just to kind of guide you, and it's really difficult. I don't know how to do it. So yeah, it's pretty sick maneuver. But it was an interesting clip because this was before GoPros, and it would have been hard to mount the camera with film on the board. So that's what I saw when I saw that. Oh, there it was. So, as you see it? That's like hanging 5. Toes on the nose right there. Yeah, I have it. I've never seen this movie, but boom, there you go. This is Surf's Up. This is the best one. I love this movie. It's just like sick. I love it.
Hey people, big announcement. Cody Maverick, he's back. The Wipeout King is back. And I'm going to tell you, start looking for the sharks. They're going to be circling because there's going to be blood in the water. Spectacular carnage today. Thank you, Reggie Belafonte. Hey, little guy, big hair, big thoughts, big heart. Come on.
That's so funny. Everyone has like a weird dude that you're like, why is this guy here? And he's loud and talking and just soaking it all in. So yeah, it's definitely realistic. Yeah, he's the best. He's the best dude of the whole movie. The turkey, he's like a typical beach bum dude.
About 24 surfers battling their way out to the, ooh, good golly.
Oh, that's epic. That's funny how they're like yelling still, like as they're going over the falls. You'd never do that. Be like trying to get any air you can possible.
What do you think is going through Maverick's mind?
He's just gonna have to stay focused and channel that energy into good places.
When are you gonna get a life?
You are a nobody.
That's pretty funny when you're competing and you're out there, like you just think of the weirdest stuff that's ever happened in your life. You're like, you just think of everything. So that's really accurate. Let's look at this session here. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. And then there's the shot. I don't know what they've tried to do here because you would never be going into the wave like breaking, like where the wave's here and you're going that way. It's like a behind angle. So I guess what they tried to do was like he was like paddling, like thinking of all these things, and he's like paddling the wave and then like riding the wave, looking down, and then the wave kind of breaks and they show the wave breaking. The wave like explodes and kind of goes over him, and then that's when they show the white water on the lens or on his eyes, and then he kind of pops through, and then that's where he is, ripping the wave.
What an amazing first ride. Mind blower from Maverick.
Big Z. Guy's sick. That was my surfing breakdown. Thanks for watching.